Best table tennis equipment for chopper. What are the blade and the rubber recommendation for chopper? Chopper is a defensive playing style in table tennis, who relies on the spin and the consistency to win the point.
应该说悬念不大，为什么是许昕来说是全世界打削球最好？你看随心所欲，就是力量也大，旋转也比较强。
How to choose the best blade and rubber for chopper. There are many things going on with chopper equipment. The best blade for a chopper. In the past, chopping blades were very thin, big, slow, and usually 3 or 5 ply. Newer blades may be faster or have carbon plies, but they can be hard to control the speed with because they are so fast. If you want to chop and defend far from the table, the Donic Depth Blade Sensor is probably the most common blade. It is cheap and this blade gives you a lot of control, like the Koji Matsushita blade from the company Victas, which is made of a thin blade and can be used for chopping. Both are not very slow and they can get a lot of spin to defend far from the table.
Best forehand rubbers for chopper. The best forehand rubber is the inverted rubber. You need to attack with your forehand. During the old days, when choppers were called classic, they used very thin, slow rubbers. Things that are about 1 mm to 1.5 mm thick. If you can counter loop, you're more likely to use rubbers that are thick and defensive. Even people who still chop on the forehand might use Butterfly Tamasu or DHS Hurricane 3. For the modern trend in table tennis, you need a thicker sponge thickness. You should use the thickness of 1.9 to max 2.2 millimeters.
好球，马龙再拉。
Best backhand rubber for chopper. Long pips are usually used to defend, but you can also use short pips or even inverted pips to do so. Short pips are more comfortable to chop on. Short pimple chopping is a lot more similar to inverted chopping than it is to long pimple chopping. In this case, the sponge is likely to be under the long pips. Choose the right sponge for your pimple rubber. Sponge lets you put more backspin on a chop and push with more underspin. How much sponge do you need? It varies. Some players think that the thinnest sponge, 0.5 millimeters, is the best because it gives the beat more control. But modern choppers like to attack more. They like thicker sponges. All their top choppers use TSP curled P1 or in a 1.5 mm sponge. If you want to learn how long pips work, though, you should start with 0.5 mm. In the beginning, you can use any long pip that you can get your hands on. The sponge should be at least 1.5 mm thick for inverted or short pip chopping. This way, you can put more spin on your chops and get a better cut. Overall, chopping equipment is hard to use. You need time to get used to your equipment. Choose the right handle/grip. Chopper love using the straight handle. It's the best handle for the chopper, defensive playing style.
丁松也是一名非常优秀的这个削球运动员，他这种进攻的质量，包括尤其爆发力还是非常出色。但是朱世赫这种感觉呢，他这种连续的这种能力啊，这种正手的这种能力，
连续的能力
还是非常出色。
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.